Yeah, B-Boss Shinobi here. I'm going to cover the main slate tomorrow. The 6-game slate starting at 7 p.m. on January 29th. I'll give you 5 Shinobi plays for this slate. And starting at point guard, I'm going to go with Goran Dragic against the Dallas Mavericks. He's coming off a shitty game against the Charlotte Hornets. Charlotte Hornets, and a lot of people will avoid this player today based off of his performance in the last game. They will fade. They will be afraid to play him. Uh, I will say this is a good strategy to play players after shitty games, especially in a GPP. It's all about differentiation. Uh, and considering that his price went up, he should be even more low owned in this matchup. Dennis Smith Jr. defense as of late has been one of the best matchups for point guards to face. So Goran Dragic should be a good play, even though this game will be fairly low scoring, probably the lowest scoring total on the slate today. But as long as you stick to the key players on the teams, you should be okay in these situations. I think Goran Dragic should be a fine play tomorrow for GPPs. Dylan Brooks I chose at shooting guard. Uh, he's a 4,300, very reasonable price. He's been seeing very consistent, solid minutes, and has also been putting consistent numbers within those minutes. He is a good, fine young player and contributes in all statistical categories, except for blocks. He's a very good pick tomorrow against the Phoenix Suns, quite possibly facing Devin Booker defense. He should be able to get you a very good value at 4,300 tomorrow. Power forward, I'm going to go with Trey Lyles against the Denver Nuggets. The Boston Celtics. I'm sorry. Now, these guys' minutes they're not very enticing, but he is a very good point per minute player, and against the Boston Celtics, he should be able to excel at rebounds. This is one of the more mediocre rebounding teams in the NBA, and if he gets his regular allotted minutes within recent he should be okay and should be able. I'm looking for him to get 25 to 30 DraftKings points tomorrow. And at 5,100, that is exactly what you're looking for. On the flip side of that game, I'm going to go with Marcus Morris. His minutes have been very consistent, been putting up very good numbers within those minutes as well. And his minutes have been on the uptick in the last few games. Marcus Smart is out for the next couple of weeks. So players like Marcus Morris will be getting more minutes because of that. I actually picked Marcus Morris the last game he played against the Golden State Warriors, and he performed very well. 27 DraftKings points with at a 4,800 price. That is exactly the kind of value you are looking for in a GPP. I will follow and keep going with Marcus Morris. He seems to be very consistent playing for the Boston Celtics system. Along with Goran Dragic, at center, I'm going to play Hassan Whiteside. Now, these two players, they couple together very well. They score very well together. And apparently they score shitty as well together because Hassan Whiteside only had 17.5 DraftKings points against the Charlotte Hornets. So, but this is a different matchup. Dallas is one of the weakest teams in the NBA in the front court as far as rebounding goes. And this is how Hussein Whiteside, this is the bread and butter of his game is rebounds and putbacks. And coupled with Goran Dragic, he should be able to, if Goran Dragic excels, he will be getting assists. And most of those assists would be going to Hussein Whiteside. I believe this will be a good play as well because people will avoid him off of his previous performance, and his price is also relatively the same. And also, there are a lot of other centers that other people will play today, and they will probably bypass Hussein Whiteside. So low ownership, good matchup. That's the combination you want to look for in a GPP. Now, as you know, you will have to choose your own path at this point. Now, go out and assassinate the competition and vanish without a trace. Sayato.